What's up, YouTube? This is Hector.
This is Drew.
And we're from Not2NerdyEnt Entertainment. Now, I know it's been a while. There has been too many games going on. But now we're back on track. And this is podcast episode 11. So I just want to stop real quick to thank everyone that subscribed to us. We actually hit over 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. It's really something that we've been working hard on, trying to get these subscribers, and we're really happy, that all the hard work we put into the site. We're definitely getting the audience growing, and we're trying to grow a community. So
we didn't have too many games before, but we're definitely getting a lot more games, and we got a couple videos that we put up. So
So Hector, you actually did the review and walkthrough for the first game we're going to talk about today, which is Prototype 2. So what did you think about the game?
So I'm still thinking about the game actually, because this is not your average game. Like I was expecting something different, right off the bat when I got the game, I put it in there in the PS3 and I sat down and I watched the game. The reason why I'm saying I'm watching a game instead of play the game, because it's mostly all about watching, because there's a lot of the cutscenes. But I'm going to get to that part towards the end. But I'm going to let you know what I enjoyed about the game. The story was kind of confusing at points, but it was interesting though. It really was interesting. It kept me, like wanting to play the game. So, I enjoyed that aspect of it. The story was okay. But then you look at the gameplay, some features is pretty cool. Like I like that old beat 'em up style, game, because that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Even though like they do have some technique and stuff like that, in reality, you're just button mashing. You know what I mean? That's all you're really doing. Like, because when it comes down to it, you try to remember all those buttons that they told you, but in the end, you pick like one or two and you just keep mashing away. So it was pretty fun. It had a slow start, I will say. Like I think the first hour, 2 hours, I really didn't enjoy the game that much. Maybe, like once again, because I kept talking about the cutscenes was interfering with the game. It seemed like there was more cutscenes in the beginning of the game than there was gameplay.
Yeah.
Which, when you talk about a game nowadays, like you have to have a good combination of both, not just, even if there's too much gameplay and not enough cutscenes, that might be a bad thing too. So I didn't like that aspect of the game, but the story was okay. The graphics looked pretty good. There were some glitches in the game, which I definitely have to discuss that. Now, if you guys go check out my video when it's posted up for Prototype 2, you're going to see a lot of glitches that I encountered in the game. There'll be anytime the main character, Heller or whatever?
Yeah, Heller.
Anytime he answers a cell phone, and if you were in the middle of doing something, say if you're jumping or you're on top of a rooftop or whatever, you can't move and you'll be there. So I was on the edge of a building and I'm not moving, and as soon as he hangs up the phone, I'm floating in there and I couldn't move.
Really?
And I'm like,
this is not something unique that we haven't seen before. I mean, plenty of games you can move while they're giving you either audio diary or you're listening to a call or something like that. It doesn't make any sense.
The thing to me is, okay, they're trying to make it more realistic, because there's a lot of games that you're on the phone, but yet you don't look like you're on the phone and stuff like that. You're just doing your normal motions. But this game at least tries to make it realistic, where you have to be, your hand's on the phone, therefore you can't use your hand to do the moves that you normally do. But then again, I can't jump or anything. So to me is, if I can't move or anything, like do things I'm supposed to do, why are you letting me move? That's a time that it might as well be a cutscene.
That's the thing. I think that that is a really good feature when they're playing like audio in a game instead of like having to stop. And I think that's good, because it's kind of like you're not like being passive. Where a cutscene you have to sit there and watch it. Where you're still playing the game and you can get some story elements. Like BioShock is the obvious example that they did that, and yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Of course, you're sitting there. You're listening to something, while you're moving around. And that doesn't make any sense if you really sit down and think about it. But does it really matter? I mean,
to me it does, because like the purpose when you get a phone call, that means they're going to tell you like a new target area you have to go to. Therefore, you shouldn't move, because you might go in the opposite direction where you gotta go to, so you're just wasting your time. So that's the thing, like, if you're gonna do it that way, the way they're doing it now, they should have always had it highlighted, the area that you're supposed to go to. They might be explaining to you on the phone where to go to, but at least it's highlighted, so at least you're walking towards the right direction. So I go walk down the street, be on the phone, as soon as that phone hangs up, I'm off to the races.
Yeah, give him a Bluetooth.
Because
I mean, Batman has the same exact thing, but he has like
he's Batman.
He's Batman. He has a set. I guess Heller's pretty broke, so he doesn't have it.
I mean, he could turn into people, but he can't afford a Bluetooth.
He can't afford a Bluetooth. So, I mean, either way, I think that's kind of dumb.
But I mean, that's one thing. But
so, what'd you think of the character though, Heller? Because this is a different character that you played from the first game, right?
To me, like, I don't know what they're going for because the trailers for the game, right? The trailer for the game made it look like he was the bad guy. Like, he was the enemy in the beginning, right? The first game. He's the bad guy, they're all the bad people, right? And now the hero of the first story is now the enemy of this story, right? That's what they're going for, that's what they said in the trailer. But now all of a sudden, it just confused me because this guy is supposed to be the good guy, but yet the way he acts, the way he's not sympathetic towards anyone, he acts like a murderer, he acts like he's evil.
He curses a lot too.
He curses a lot. And like,
unbelievable.
I was like laughing because there's some parts I was repeating, like cursing and stuff like that, but then there's one part I said, like, this game curses for no reason sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes, like, you know, when they curse in the game to show the person's angry or something like that, to show anger. But there'll be points where it doesn't even make sense when people are cursing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't even make sense. And it's non-stop cursing. He curses all the time. And to me, like, that doesn't make you feel sympathetic towards the hero. Like, that's because every hero should be like that. Like, he supposedly, Mercer killed his wife and his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly. Alright, that's what it was. You know, you have to find out in the story what happens because this story flip-flops all over. But the point is, we're supposed to feel sorry for him, right? That this happened. But yet the way he acts towards other people and the characters in the game, can you really feel sorry for a character like that? Can he really be a hero? That's the thing. Like,
he seemed very one-dimensional. Like, there's really nothing to him. Yeah. Like, his only motivation was, this guy killed my family. I'm going after
revenge.
him.
And like,
it's kind of.
And even the beginning, like, of the game, like, this is a spoiler for people that not do it. This is only the first minute of the game. I have to just explain this to you. He gets the powers. He gets infected by Mercer in the very beginning of the game. Okay, makes no sense. Mercer realizes this guy is trying to kill him. So yet, my solution to this is to infect you, so you can have the same weapons and power I have, so that you can kill me. Does this make any sense? Why that happened? I understand they made it look like it was an accident or something happened, he got contaminated. No, this was purposely done. And this is after he was trying to kill Mercer. In fact, there's one part you'll see that he takes a knife and he actually tries to kill Mercer.
Yeah.
And this is very beginning, like, it's right in the beginning, so I'm not trying to spoil anything, but he tries to kill him, so he's rewarded by getting special powers. What? Yeah. So it is confusing, the story. Like, there's some parts that it's interesting, and then some parts it's just confusing. So
yeah, when I played the game as little as I played it for, I just skipped all the cutscenes. I was like, I was glad that I could skip the cutscenes, to be honest, because I just wanted to get right to just killing stuff. I mean, it seems like the strong point of the game really is kind of that, this is from the makers of that Hulk game. And that seems like that's the best aspect of the game. You just go around the city and just, smash on things and, fly around and all that stuff like that. Because it's an open world, right?
Open world, that's another thing we get into. Open world, like, that explains part of the glitches. Every open world that you play, like, there's always some sort of glitch because when you take a character away from a linear world where everything is planned out, like, you have to go straight forward and that's it. Then when you take them out of that and they can do whatever, there's so many unpredictable things that can happen in a game where game developers cannot sometimes
I think
catch.
it's a trade-off. I think it's like you get more freedom, but you get less polish. Yeah. Whereas if you have more linear game, you have more polish, but less freedom.
Because they'll have to check every square inch of the map. That's almost impossible to do. But when it's linear, like they know there's a format where you have to follow and you can't do this, you can't do that. But to me, the open world is pretty cool in the way that you do whatever you want. I mean, you can do the mission, you can do whatever, you can just kill people and have fun. Just like
was there a lot of interesting side content besides like the main missions?
The side content's alright. I mean, some of the side missions are It reminds me I'm gonna say Grand Theft Auto, like the style of it, where
Yeah.
you do this mission, side mission, you get more experience points,
Yeah.
and that's it. You do that, and like that's
Was it worth it? Like, did you feel like doing the side quest made you more powerful? Because what
I
I've heard
only
is what I've
two.
heard is, huh?
I only did 2. Like,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't do too many.
You didn't do
I
too
was
many,
focused
yeah.
on the main story.
Because what I've heard is you can go through the whole entire main story and you'll be pretty powerful. The side quest is not. There's
Yeah.
really no incentive to do it.
The reason why I do it, you get powerful quicker.
Yeah.
You do that stuff, you'll get all the stuff that you will get towards the end of the game. You
Yeah.
get that in the beginning. So like that's an incentive to doing the side quests. You get it earlier, and you get more powerful earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like I said before, they might have a DLC for this. They might have another map or something, another area. Of the
Well,
game.
yeah, I think if you buy the game, there is some type of DLC deal. Right?
There's something that they're trying to give you later. So that's why leveling up and doing all this stuff now will help you out when they do get it. 'Cause I guarantee you the newer ones will be harder.
Yeah.
That's usually how the DLC are, because they know people will be powered up or
Yeah,
experience
definitely.
one by then, so then it gives something a little more challenging.
Yeah.
So
that's always usually good.
yeah, but I mean, all in all, I say this game's okay. But the problem is, this game came out during a time where there's gonna be so many good games coming out. Like, it came out a little bit earlier than Diablo and stuff, but there's so many good games right now where okay isn't okay enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not good enough. Like,
Well, I mean, I think it came out the best time it could. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing came out in April, so
It
it really had its chance. I think it's kind of over with now at this point.
it had a chance, but at the same time, like, it wasn't polished enough. It has its moments, but I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's not something that you should just skip over. If you like those beat 'em up style and like games like that, and there is some sort of strategy involved in it too. There's different ways you can do things, so it is fun in that aspect. But for me, the things I did not like was the cutscenes. That was a huge flaw in the game. The cutscenes I did not like. The story flip-flopped too much, but the story was okay, kept you entertained, but at the same time, there's, like I said, you get confused.
Yeah.
So
would you like to see another prototype game though?
I mean, I think Prototype can work again. I think they have to work on their characters better. They have to find.
So it wasn't really like mechanically the game. You think it just needs a better story for the next one?
See, the story was 100% bad. There's some aspects of the story I liked because it made me feel like you're sort of like trying to find out what's going on throughout the whole show. I love stories that you're gradually like putting bits and pieces together, trying to see what happened, and it sort of has that Resident Evil feel to it. The fact that all the virus and all this stuff released, and you're trying to figure out what happened, what's going on, So to me, like the story, I guess they could polish it a little bit more, but the character development's more important for the next one because. To be honest, if they pull something like this again, no one's going to get it. You have to have a character. If you say he's going to be a hero, you have to make sure that he has all the qualities of what someone thinks is a hero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just the way it is. Like, he has to have all the qualities like that. And I think that's pretty much it. Like, Prototype 2 had some great parts to it, and it had some really...
Would you say at least rent the game, though?
Yeah, that's definitely a rental game right there.
Yeah, you can get it done, you think, in a reasonable amount of time, right?
What's that? It took me, with all the errors I did and stuff like that, it took me when I looked at the time, it was like 10 hours, 45 minutes.
Okay, so in a weekend you can probably get it done.
Yeah, you could rent it and get it done weekend. I mean, they have a rent box thing, so you rent it, get it done in a couple days or so. But, and you definitely need time to sit down and watch it because there's a lot of cutscenes. So you better get a nice, comfortable chair. I think I made a joke of that in the video. Yeah. I say you better have a nice, comfortable chair. You better put your feet up and get ready because you're going to be laying down watching the cutscenes.
Figure you're interested in the story. I think most people that get this game is going to skip the cutscenes.
You could try, but some of the cutscenes they allow you to skip. That's another part.
That's nice.
There's some of the cutscenes. There's different. If it looks like a gameplay cutscene, then like you can't skip it. If it's a movie cutscene, there's 2 styles of cutscene. If it's a movie cutscene, you can skip that. But so let's move on to the next game. You had a game that you looked at some game that for PlayStation 3, I believe.
Yeah, you wouldn't know with Sony marketing it. So I played Starhawk, and this is one of those games that I think really flew off the radar. The main hook in the game is it's a third-person shooter / RTS, and the game revolves around a character named Emmett Graves. He's he's like a Rift energy miner. Rift energy is the source of energy in the world, kind of like what oil is to us. It's like the main thing that they mine for money in the game, and that's the source that you actually use to build the different buildings in the game. So the story in the game, it's kind of similar to Prototype 2. It's a revenge tale. It's pretty one-dimensional as well. There's not really much to Emmett and the main villain in the game. It's kind of like he's always just trying to meet his quota, in order to get paid, and there's kind of a side story, the relationship with his own brother, but they never really get too in depth to it. It's kind of like they have a cutscene and then a different gameplay feature in the game. So the game really revolves around either vehicle combat, tower defense, like building up your base to protect, the Rift energy that you're trying to mine, and some third-person shooting.
What game was this originally based off of?
So it's like a spiritual successor to Warhawk, which is it's kind of similar type of game. I never played the original Warhawk. You said you played it.
Yeah, this is seriously this game. The way it looks, stuff like that. It's an updated version of Warhawk. Like there's more advanced stuff now.
Yeah.
Everything, the way you build the stuff, the buildings, and you drop it down, and the flying and everything that was all in Warhawk. That's why there's a huge following for Warhawk, and I mean that was one of the, I think even up to last year you'll still find a lot of people playing that online. For PS3, it's a huge following for Warhawk.
Yeah, and I hope this game has it too, because I think that multiplayer portion of the game is the real strong suit.
See, Warhawk was only multiplayer.
It was only multiplayer.
It was only multiplayer game. That's what PlayStation got for the PSN, and they wanted people to just experience that game for free and stuff like that. It was completely free, and then they had huge map packs. They had so many map packs for Warhawk. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's actually something that the developer mentioned, that all the multiplayer map packs will be actually free. So that's definitely an advantage if you pay for the game. Because he said that a lot of the time in Warhawk it would fragment the user base, because some people would have the map pack and some people wouldn't. So this time everyone will have all the maps, which is going to be nice. So it'll be a lot easier to find a game and so forth. But besides that, the story, I didn't really like it. I felt like the single player campaign was definitely like a tutorial for all the different sections. The one aspect I really disliked in the game was there was a lot of Hawk only sections, which are like the flying sections, and they just really were drawn out. It took a while for me to get used to controls and how the mechanics worked, and I never really fully mastered it. It was really a lot of you just had to turn around, follow the guy, make sure you're using the rockets, shoot them, and it seemed like the reticle, it was really hard to take them out, and they really took a lot of they took a lot of hits. So I really I liked the tower defense aspects of the game. I liked that you would have to protect your base, and then it would tell you what enemies were coming, so then you could strategize, put down the right type of building to counter it. So like say if they had some hawks coming up, you would put down these beam turrets and they would take out the hawks. And you could also they would have a counter, so they would tell you where the enemies are coming, what direction they're coming from, and you would build an appropriate building to take them out. And that's really what's going to make this game last for long, is like all these different elements, these RTS elements. How do you build your base up, and what order do you build your base? A lot of stuff that makes like a game like StarCraft as popular it is. It's like it's kind of like chess. It's like you have to use your brain and prepare for what's going to happen. And I think some of the multiplayer kind of loses that a little bit. Just for the fact that if you're not on a good team, and it can get very chaotic because people might not know what to do. But then you'll have these players that all work together, and you'll really get destroyed because they know what they're doing. They're all working together. They're all building the right certain buildings. People aren't building the same buildings. So I think this is a good game. Like if you can find a good group to play with and everyone strategizing and doing the right thing.
See, the thing I liked about this game though is right away that it seemed like they actually included the campaign mode to help you prepare for a multiplayer.
Yeah,
because like all those aspects in multiplayer, something you need to know how to do. You got to be able to build these certain things, and as you saw, your best friend. I'm assuming when you're playing the game, your best friend had to be the turns because you have to know when to use the turns at the right time. And so that gives you.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff they don't even teach you too.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing about it, I think. Like I didn't know for the longest that you can build the walls and you can put the turrets on the walls.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You can do a turn. The thing with turns, just like the Warhawk. That's where that game is one of those games that if you played Warhawk, it helped you a lot because like turns you can elevate. The best thing about turns, the higher you elevate the turns, the more it can shoot further and it can shoot like completely around. So that's the thing. Like, you have to elevate the turns and where you dropped it. You could, as long as you climb with your guy, you climb with the guy Evan, right?
Yeah, Evan.
As long as you're with him and he gets a higher spot, he could place the turn wherever he's at.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like that's the whole advantage of turns.
Yeah, and also I mean, there's other little things like I kept dying at one part, and I realized that I have to put a repair arm down to repair what was getting attacked. And once you actually did that, you're like, really, this like everything I was doing, I didn't even need to do. Like I was sitting there like kind of farming the energy. Because like they have like these little barrels that they place around the world, and you can like farm them. So like they have like an actual co-op mode in there where it's all about tower defense. And a lot of people I've heard is like they don't, because there's no timer like in a single player game. So a lot of times they'll just sit there and farm these barrels and take a long time to build up the base. That way they don't get overthrown when the different waves come. So it's like certain stuff like that that's the real highlight of the game. Besides that, I think there are some balance issues. The Hawks in multiplayer are kind of bad. Like a lot of the time, if you get a Hawk and you get into someone's base, you'll get obliterated in seconds because people have the supply depots with the rocket launchers. You shoot like 2 rockets at it, and it's down. They'll have the turrets down. That'll take you out. So whereas in the single player campaign, Hawks they take forever to get shot down. So it's like you got these weird aspects, like if you're in a Hawk and then you come down, you'll get like blown up immediately by a rocket launcher. So like there's some things that like don't make sense, but
it's still pretty cool. I was watching your walkthrough, and definitely like if you didn't see his walkthrough yet, you definitely gotta go check that out because it's actually very entertaining seeing the game itself and like even his reactions is so the shit like because he hasn't really he didn't play Warhawk before, so like to see him experience it for the first time, like he definitely you could see his progression. He got way better at the end of the game towards the beginning of the game, and like you could tell like I haven't seen you play multiplayer, but I'm pretty sure you're definitely be a lot better than you were in the beginning. Because
I played a lot of the beta, and I really never got a lot of different aspects from it because like the tutorial really teaches you some different things. I mean, it's not going to teach you the build orders and stuff like that, but it'll tell you what each building did. Like the most important thing that I realized was the supply depots. Like I didn't realize like most shooters you go around looking for ammo, and that's another good thing of the game is like there's no area where the weapons are spawning. So in your regular shooter out there, there's always an area where the weapons are spawning and everyone's camping over there. So you can't do this in that. That's what I really like. And you never run out of ammo because you just push your building down because each building is associated with different guns. So the supply depots like the rocket launchers and the shotguns, sniper towers, the sniper. So that's the great thing about it. You never run out of ammo, and like I really like this is probably the first game like I actually like to sit back and defend the base. Like I usually like in tribes and other games where you have capture the flag, I always like to go after the flag, In this game I actually like to sit back because you can build up your base, put down turrets, put down a wall, like that to me that's like the funnest aspect of like something like StarCraft is like building up your base and then attacking. Like this I like just sitting back.
Me, opposite. I like attacking. I'm like just the same thing. Warhawk, I fly, I get on the vehicle and I fly and I attack from there, dude. That's like the best thing. If you could get around and shoot those turns, you shoot those turns to get like. Because I used to play a team, dude. Like back in the day, I had a couple, like some of my friends were playing together. I'll be attacked from up in the sky, killing like the turrets and everything I can get as they're going with the vehicles, driving in there, getting there, and getting people on the land. And bro, we get attacking from up in the air and down flow. Like it's pretty fun. You know, it's all strategy and stuff like that, but it gives like a whole new, you know, aspect to the game because they're not playing for realism. You know, they're not playing for that. Oh, it has to be so polished, detailed, third-person shooter.
Yeah.
They're playing. They know it's not realistic.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the shooting in it is not like exceptionally well, but it doesn't really matter because like there's just so many different avenues of taking people out. You know, you put down turrets and stuff.
It fits
like that.
well in the game because there's so many, like you just said, so many different ways to kill someone. You could put turrets down. You could put like the laser, the giant. What's it?
Beam turrets.
The beam turrets.
Yeah,
those.
And the cool thing is like you can upgrade each one too. Like the actual walls you put down, you can make gates so that only your base, you know, only teammates on your team that they can go through the gates, whereas like the enemies can't go through the gates.
Yeah.
They'll only open for you, which is pretty cool. Like that's a nice strategic thing to do. Like it, you know, put gates around your you know, your flag. Another cool mode is actually the zones mode, which is kind of like you capture different territories. And what I like about that is it's kind of got like that feel like Civilization when you're first starting off and you're building a city, and then you have to expand your city to take out, you know, the other cities. Like in this one, it's like you're always trying to expand your base.
It
and
sounds like
turrets.
another game that starts with Starcraft. I'm pretty sure that's a Starcraft element.
Yeah, that's definitely, and that's the cool thing about it. Like I really haven't seen a game that, you know, mixes those RTS elements on the console. So you know, I think this would be a great game. You know, if they were able to port it to PC too.
The thing is, this is a PlayStation owned.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a PlayStation owned thing. It'll never happen.
Yeah, another reason why, because I mean, it could do PC, but Xbox will never do that because it's free.
Yeah.
This is meant to be like this style is meant to be free online. Online, and like they're promoting free online, and Xbox is not free online.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I mean, I really think like if this was like a free to play game with like microtransactions, you could level up and stuff like that. Like this would make a lot of money.
Which,
you know.
by the way, I'm getting Xbox YouTube. You know, I'm moving over to Xbox. Not moving over, sorry. I'm getting an Xbox. I'm not moving anywhere. I've still got my PlayStation 3, but I'm going to experience Xbox, you know.
Yeah, that's good. Because, you know, we got a lot of games to play during the summer that are Xbox exclusive. So
yeah, you know.
We'll be able to play them this time.
I'll be able to play it and, you know, give my opinion about Xbox, you know.
Well, yeah, overall, Starhawk, definitely buy the game. It's worth it. The map packs will be free. It's a purely multiplayer experience, I think. I mean, I would definitely try the single player. It's only 5 hours. You know, it's a good tutorial if you aren't familiar with the series, like Hector said. The co-op is really fun. It's 2-player local as well as 2-player online. So we're definitely going to get a video up for that, show you that.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, you know, it definitely showcases that tower defense aspect of the game. But, you know, definitely try it out. I think it's, you know, something that is under the radar, but, you know, it's definitely you'll get your bang for your buck, you know. Fully featured game.
So that's pretty much it for the games that we did. You know, we got some more games coming up next week, and but right now I want to go into something. Actually, trying to see how long this video is. Hopefully, it's not over 15 minutes because I wouldn't want to get in trouble by YouTube.
So explain what this 15-minute.
Oh, sure. Why not? Now, I don't know if you guys experience it. I mean, there's a lot of people that did subscribe to us. They actually did experience this glitch that YouTube went through a couple weeks ago. And what it was, the first glitch that occurred when it went in this order. So I'll explain exactly how, like, what happened.
Yeah, because even I'm confused about it.
So, the first day we noticed that our content ID was not in good standing. So I went into the third-party matches and I looked to see what's there, and there's a couple third-party content ID matches, whatever. That happens. It happens all the time. It's okay if it says third-party and they don't block your sound and it's not blocked worldwide. So that's very important right there. You know, I have a video that explains all this stuff in more detail than I'm doing right now. So definitely check out the 15-minute YouTube glitch if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's going to explain even more detail.
Yeah, we'll definitely put a link in the description for the video.
So pretty much what happened was it said not in good standing. So just to be safe, I erased all the third-party content IDs. Even though I don't have to because it's not highlighted red or orange, which lets me know that something is being blocked. If it's third-party match, what that means is that the company knows that you have or you use something of theirs, So for example, we do game walkthroughs, so they realize that we're using their video game, but they're not going to shut us down. They're just going to put an advertisement in front of the game so that they make money off our views, which is fine because currently right now we're not partner or anything like that, so it's fine. We're not worried about that right now. So we're not going to debate that if it's a legit claim,
Right.
which they were legit claims. So we said whatever. So just in case, I erased them anyway. I said whatever. I erased it, and there's no content ID matches, no nothing. And I go back to refresh the page, go back to the settings, and I look, and we're still not in good standing. This makes no sense, YouTube, because before this has happened to us before, we had a red warning for content ID match because one of the videos for Twisted Metal was actually blocked worldwide from I think UMI.
For music and the game.
Yeah, it was one of the music, but I think UMI is a company, whatever. It's for the music that was in the game, but Twisted Metal has all those music, different songs like hard, heavy metal, like rock style songs, and they match us with them, and they blocked us worldwide. So because of that, it put us in bad standing for content ID. So we were freaking out back then, and we found out that all you had to do is erase that video, which we did, and boom, it went right back into good standing right away, instantly. So I erased all the content ID matches. Next thing you know, I go back to the page, still in bad standing. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, yo, what are we going to do? We're trying to strategize. What are we going to do? We're going to have to make all our videos under 15 minutes.
And the worst thing about it is, like, it was a real busy time now. All these different games are coming out. So it's like the worst time to set out.
It was the worst time it could happen. So we were freaking out, and we weren't too happy with that. So then I looked at the YouTube forums, and I noticed that a whole bunch of people were going through the same thing. So naturally, I'm like, what's going on here? And I'm like, all right, well, everyone else going through the same thing. Let's just let's wait it out. We waited the next day, and 2 days later, actually, it was 2 days later. And next thing you know, we're in good standing. I'm like, all right, Drew, we're good standing. Everything's good. It's all green. We're all ready to go. So Drew goes ahead and uploads a video, and after the video uploads, at the end of it, it says error message because video is too long.
Yeah, so the worst thing about this is, right, there's no way for them to tell you that, you know, you can't upload over 15 minutes. So you have to sit there and wait for the video to finish processing. Not even finish uploading, which I'm pretty sure they can even check your video size or your video length and see, oh, there's over 15 minutes, you can't upload this. Instead of doing that, no, they make you wait till it's finished processing. Oh, we're sorry for that, you can't upload this, which is so annoying.
Well, which was very annoying, but the good thing about that, the only good thing came out of that is that I didn't upload, he did. So it didn't really affect me as much.
Yeah.
But because that would have hurt me, YouTube, because my internet is so slow right now that like it would have took me 2 days to upload that video. And then if that ever happened, I would have cried. Yeah. But anyway, so it said video too long. So it makes no sense. We're all green. We're in good standing for everything.
Because they only do that if you're in bad standing.
Yeah, so we couldn't upload past 15 minutes. So I'm like, okay, maybe I have to reset our phone number because maybe that's what it is. Like if it's the first day you had YouTube where you want to extend your movie length, you have to activate your phone. Or
verify.
You have to verify your phone. And once you verify your phone, you could upload over 15 minutes. So I go to the page, there's no verify link. I forgot, the new YouTube. You remember the better YouTube, the one that's supposed to be great? That YouTube doesn't have a link.
And they actually still don't have it, right?
They still don't have it. There is no verify anymore. You don't verify anymore. They let you know when they want to give you more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, the YouTube that never communicates with you is going to let you know.
Yeah, anyway, we'll get to
that, right? Yeah.
So pretty much, I'm flipping out. Now I'm pissed off. I go back to the forums, and it turns out the same people that had not in good standing the 2 days ago with me, all of a sudden had all in good standing, and all of them can now upload 15 minutes, like over 15 minutes. All of the same thing.
Yeah,
so
and the thing is, like, we made the assumption now, it's like, all right, now this is a glitch. Because we didn't know at first.
A definite glitch. So what I do, I made a video, which we'll put in the bottom so you guys can see the link to it. And I made a video and I ranted. It was the first time I really made a true rant on YouTube, and I ranted about the whole glitches and stuff like that. And I asked people to check out the video and let us know about any glitches that you experienced, stuff like that. And next thing you know, we had like 200 messages, like 200 comments, and all these people say, "Oh, this happened to me." Like, I'm still getting like messages from them.
Yeah, this is the best thing that happened to
right? So we're like, okay, so at least we're getting people like feedback, we're getting information, stuff like that. But like, just to sum up the whole thing, the whole thing with YouTube glitch for the 15 minutes over, that's uncalled for. Like, it happens, fine. We understand errors happen, but the fact that you guys do not have a way for people to actually contact you. Now, I'm not talking about report a bug issue on the bottom of the screen where you hope that someone might glance at it, because they don't.
Yeah.
They won't.
Yeah, the thing with me is, like, they have a page, right, with all the different, problems that they have, right? This wasn't on the page.
Like,
It wasn't on the page with, like, known problems.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes companies, like, for example, Diablo 3, right, they have server issues. On the main page, you'll see, like, a forum post. It'll say that, we're experiencing this. We have server maintenance. It'll be back up in an hour or something like that. Like, just let the community know. It's like, you would think, like, a big website, like YouTube, they don't have, like, a community manager that, they interact with the community and tell them what's going on with the site. We know that there's these following issues, we're working on this is the time frame.
Well, they have monkeys. They have trained monkeys. You saw the message, right? Do you guys see the message? Well, in case you don't know, when there's an error on YouTube, they say, "Oh, we're sorry, but we're experiencing an error." But our trained monkeys are right on top of it. It says trained monkeys on it. Like, to say, okay, maybe they really are being ran by monkeys. And I don't even know what to think about that. But anytime I see it, it just gets you upset, dude. And now, that's one glitch right there. There's so many other glitches that I'm experiencing that another one I'm going to go straight into. When you monetize a video, okay? Now, like the video I just discussed, right? Where all those views that I had, about people watching for the channel and stuff like that, we had all those comments. I went to monetize that video the first day. So it's saying that it's reviewing to make sure it's going to be monetized. Fine, it's reviewing, okay. And I didn't get approved. I got a letter 2 days later saying that video was not approved for monetization. Why? The video says this may contain audio or other material that's not mine. I'm sorry. Me in front of a camera talking? How the heck does that even fall into that category? Like, I understand since YouTube are not looking at this stuff, they rely on computers to automatically solve this stuff. How can a computer pick up no sound in the background? There's no sound but my voice. And you mean to tell me that they're going to say that there's audio or something in there?
I don't know. Someone trademarked it.
And at what part? Did someone trademark me? I had to send a letter to them, and I still never got a response, which pissed me off even more. Because they said, if this is an error or whatever, show proof of it. And I wrote a letter to them. And I said that I have worldwide rights to this content. The actor in the video is me. And I have to explain that.
How do you prove that?
Everything.
This is my real voice. It's pretty obvious.
And I didn't get a response back. And the things piss me off, when you know there's a problem, right? Maybe someone's like, well, maybe they're just not going to accept that video. Fine. Alright, I can accept that even though I know that's not true. There's podcasts, right? The older podcasts that I put up to be monetized, right? There's episode 6. We had 4 parts because back then we had a problem that we couldn't upload 15 minutes, which was the content ID problem. Yeah. But we fixed that problem, right? But those videos, we had 4 videos for that, 4 parts to the podcast. 3 out of 4 were approved to be monetized. 1 out of the 4 was not approved. How? And they're saying that there might be something inside of it. What? Us talk about a video game? We don't have the right to talk about a game? Is that what it is? I don't understand how these are coming up in their computer systems. I don't understand what they're using to figure this out. I understand you're trying to make sure people aren't using other people's work to get money off of it. But at least make sure, if there's no sound to a video, then there's no images to a video, just someone recording, then you have to fix this. This is huge, because that just affected our chance to even get any income of it. And obviously we're not gonna make millions of dollars. We're not gonna make that much money, if at all. But the point is, it's principle. We just did it. This is one of the videos that we put it on, and all of a sudden that video actually got some views, and we couldn't even get anything off the video because they denied it. So it makes no sense to me, and that's one of the things that I hope that they get fixed. And I'm gonna swing over to you. Like, what glitches that you get upset about? Is there anything you notice that you're not too happy about the new YouTube layout? Anything?
I mean, there's so many different things about, it seems like, they implement one feature and, they take away another. It's just, I think like YouTube, at this point, it's like, I feel like they're really trying to push like more like content that they kind of own, and I feel like they're kind of throwing the community, to the dogs. Like, they have this automated system, that works half of the time, and that's how their way of dealing with copyright issues. But at the same time, I feel like there's no merit to a lot of the things that they do. It's like they don't give you enough information. They kind of like, it's like if you get, it's fine, all right, this, like you said, this company, they don't want you to put up this video, but they'll let you have it as long as we make some money off it. That's fine. But it's just like, I feel like it's so random. It's like, how do they even, like, what is the algorithm? Like you said, like, what are they actually looking for?
They have no method.
Yeah.
They have no method, and it's randomly searching. And I swear, like, the computer must be doing like 1 out of every 40 people that are gonna flag. Like, it has to be doing something like that, because there's no way you're telling me that it's going by audio or it's going by visual pictures, because that's the case. And why are certain things that are flagged that's for audio aren't even audio in it? There's certain things that are being flagged for audio that doesn't even have sound in it.
Yeah.
Like, how is that possible?
I don't know. There's just like little random things, like, I just don't get how it works. Like, I'll put like a video response to my own video, and then like it say this is not acceptable to put. It's like my own video. Like, it doesn't. Some stuff doesn't make sense. Like, it's just.
Tell me one glitch I read in a forum, like while I was looking up like for our stuff to see what people are talking about, like uploading over 15 minutes. There's another glitch that's going on at the same time. And I'm glad that we didn't go through this shit.
What was that glitch?
This glitch was every time when they got a new subscriber and they lost a subscriber, it deducted subscribers. So the person was like, I keep looking, I keep gaining people, but yet my number of subscribers is going down.
Yeah, and I mean that's just there's his own entire problem with that as well, right? I mean, like we get all these views and subscribers, and we don't see the counter going up, and then it jumps up right a couple days later.
Well, like, I'm gonna get to that too, but I'd say that's a funny glitch.
Yeah.
But for us, what you was talking about is which is another problem. I also explained that in a 15-minute upload. I said that the view count. The view count's always been off of YouTube, but since they changed the layout, and it's really bad now. It'll be every 3 days. Sometimes like 3 days behind, stuff like that, and I understand when it locks at 300 views. The reason why it locks at 300 views, in case people don't know why it locks at 300 views for one video, it locks at 300 views so they verify and make sure all the views are legit, that people aren't refreshing the pages, stuff like that, and they verify. Once they verify, it's supposed to, the next day or 2 days, it's supposed to increase again, refresh, and it's supposed to freeze again. And then after that, it's supposed to constantly refresh, and then eventually it's going to be normal. So that is fine. But when my video was frozen at 300 something views for like it was frozen for a good week and a half, right? A week and a half. And I'm thinking, what the heck? Are they saying my views aren't legit? Then all of a sudden went from 300 views to the next day, it was at like, I don't know, it was close to 1,000 views or something like that. So I'm like, what's going on?
And I just feel like at this point too, why even have the artificial 15-minute? It's like you have unlimited space on all this stuff. It seems like they're maybe running into problems now where maybe they don't have the server capacity anymore. Like,
I think they're doing something.
Because what is the purpose of, And then at first we were maybe like scared for a little bit. We thought maybe only if you're a partner, that you'd be able to upload over 15 minutes.
This is the problem. Yeah. This is the problem when they don't have someone to say what's going on. Rumors fly around. Yeah. And when rumors fly around, everyone on YouTube starts thinking, oh, well, this person said this person said this, And that's why, like you said, that's what happened. I said, well, I saw on the forum, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm like, damn, I hope not. I don't think so. I was like, there's no way they're doing that, but yet I'm saying Drew's found it from someone else. I found out from someone. Maybe it's true. Like, you know, then you start to wonder what's going on.
And then, but the thing that really kills me is like, then there's always some, you know, hack to get around it, right?
Yeah.
Like we figured out that hack to, you know, monetize and then unmonetize it.
Yeah.
Then you can upload it. It's like, why even have that limit?
Let's not call it a hack because we don't want to use the word hack. We'll use a proper term. I don't feel like I got it flagged on this video for using the word hacked. Right?
Yeah.
What he means to say was a trick.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it was a trick because what happened was, in order to upload a video at the time where they didn't allow us to upload a video, we actually just made a video public and put monetized video.
Yeah.
And then once the video went through processing, as soon as it was completely processing, you put it public and you unmonetize it. Once you do that, the video is now can upload over 15 minutes. That was just a trick that we used until it worked, until we fixed it. But you know,
it's just a perfect point why they didn't have this limit in the first place. I mean, what is it? That's just all right. Okay, you got this. You know,
well,
because not good standing. So now you're back to 15 minutes. Like, really? That's what their punishment? Like, I just don't get the.
I guess because they want to. I don't understand because to be honest with you, you had over 15 minutes and people are uploading stuff, movies, stuff like that. I think that's what they're trying to limit people to do, to upload movies and stuff. When they
but I mean, you give them a copyright strike after a couple times, then just, you know, remove their account. Just don't like put this, oh, now you can only do 15 minutes. Now, you're going to behave now? Like, you know, it's just like, because most of the time, like, people that get this, it's like for foolishness. You know, it seems like to me, like the majority of people. Yeah, there's definitely people out there, you know, putting up illegal content.
But you don't understand.
You know?
Like, this is the biggest question people have, and this is what you're forgetting too.
Yeah.
That it might not be for the 15 minutes itself. It might be for the fact to get your cell phone number. People still don't know why they need all these cell phone numbers. YouTube has everyone's number. YouTube has everyone that's a number on it. A lot of people are saying different things on forums. They don't know why they have all this information, personal information, people, the number. I really don't care who the hell has my number. Currently, my number is my freaking phone's cut off at the moment.
That's just Google in general. That's Google in general.
I have to fix up from Verizon. Like, what the hell?
That's just Google in general, though. I mean, a lot of the times you're logged into your account, they're like, you know, if you have to reset your password, you know, through your email.
But they give you options. This one you have to.
That's part of the thing. You have to do it to get the 50 minutes, which I feel is just foolishness.
But that's what I'm saying. Some people think that they did that on purpose just so they can get everyone's personal information. So I have no idea. But to me, it really doesn't make a difference because, like I said, I could care less who the hell has my cell phone. It's not my social security I'm typing in. I could care less. But I don't know. To me, YouTube, new layout, I don't know, man. So many problems, so many errors that occurred after the layout and stuff like that.
Yeah. The thing is, like, there'll be one good feature and then there'll be 50 worse features from before. That's the thing. It's like, I feel like, you know, maybe the way it's laid out looks a little bit nicer, maybe, but this, you know, now that they have, like, you know, you could actually subscribe from the embedded video, which I like.
You think it looks nicer? I think some aspects look nicer.
Yeah, I think some aspects.
I don't like the gray. I don't like the gray. I'd rather them let you. Why don't they let you choose the color for your page, your channel? You know, why does that have to be gray? You're letting us choose the background.
Well, I think that's maybe. I mean, can you do that? Can you change all that stuff when you're a partner? Or?
No,
you can't.
Everything's gray. The only thing you do with partner is a banner up top where it lets you put links on there. You can put links to your Facebook page, all that stuff, and you get another like banner like. When someone looks at your video, on the video itself on the top, it'll say like, you know, not too nerdy or whatever. You know, that's all you get. So there's really, it's not like a huge difference between partner and not partner now, because when you actually get that for being a partner, like, because technically we're partners now because we monetize video. Partners. like, you know what I mean? Like, but in reality, the only difference is that you get a banner. Which to me, that's a big difference. I really want a banner. Like, that would be pretty sweet to me. Other than that, that's about it. Like, there's nothing else you can do. But to me, I think they should have just allowed you to choose what you want. You know, do I want the background to be this color, this color? I mean, that's not hard to do at all. You have a color option for the background, the picture image. Why can't you do that? You know what I mean? they also don't give you dimensions for YouTube. They don't tell you what YouTube. There is no precise dimension. That's why if you see a lot of people on YouTube that have like backgrounds and stuff like that, their backgrounds start here and they look really nice. I'm talking about the people that have really nice backgrounds. They usually end here, but when you scroll down, it's all black.
Yeah.
The reason why is because they didn't do what I did and use the scroll thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I found a way to take a screenshot and it scrolls down. So I got the exact dimensions of the page, took the screenshot of the page, put it onto Photoshop, and then just went to work on their background. But you know what I mean? Stuff like that, they gave us a simple dimension. Like, and now I know the dimension for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know the page dimension, and you know how to animate your page and stuff. But I don't know. Little things like that. But you know, you really can't, you know, complain too much. At least I'm happy.
Yeah, it's back. I mean,
not on wood real quick, just in case. You know, Y2K, we're gonna have to split this video up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah. So what's coming up for the site, Hector? What we got going on in the next couple of weeks?
Well, we definitely have. Well, I gotta do Ghost Recon,
Mm-hmm.
Future Soldier or Futuristic Soldier.
Yep. So that comes out next week.
That comes out Tuesday.
I'm doing Dragon's Dogma as well. And then for next month we got Lollipop Chainsaw, and you're doing Spec Ops. So
Spec Ops.
a lot of good games coming out,
games.
especially over the summer, which I'm really surprised about.
So definitely, now that I got Xbox, I could definitely hop on board, get some Xbox Live games, and do some more. I think that's another thing we're gonna try to do for you guys too. Is try to do, if we have some time, try to do some indie games. Try to do some of the small games.
Definitely. Yeah, well, actually, next podcast we're gonna be doing a little indie game, right? That we're gonna be doing. You want to let them know what
you
next
got
podcast? So we're gonna be doing Walking Dead. We're gonna do like a spoiler cast. We're gonna talk about the whole entire game.
I wouldn't say completely indie game. It's still because it's based. I don't know. I think indie is more based on something that hasn't really been around like this.
Well, they did actually sell 1 million units, so maybe they're not indie.
Yeah, you can't be indie when you pay that much money. Cause I know people are waiting for the second one. So,
but I guess I think what I mean is just smaller games, like a lot more smaller games.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a part 2 to this podcast, isn't it? Isn't it pretty much a part 2 for that for the Walking Dead? Isn't that considered part 2? I don't know, maybe, but. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. You know, we got definitely more games to look forward to.
So definitely check out our site, Not2NerdyEnt.com.
You know, the link will be down below like always. And you know, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Yep, and definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Definitely, you know, and I just want to thank everyone that actually did subscribe to us already. Like I said before, like we're really, you know, happy that we got over 1,000 views, legit views, and I mean 1,000 subscribers, like legit subscribers. And I don't know, I just pretty much hope we keep improving, we get better, and we definitely got some more stuff that we want to do to the channel. We're slowly getting better. You know, that's why I'm starting to decorate like the page itself, trying to make everything look more legit. Same thing with the website. You know, we've been redoing certain things, we've been working on it. Drew's been posting a whole bunch of news and information, so definitely, if you get some time, go check that out.
Yeah, definitely leave comments on the website as well as the YouTube channel. We always like feedback, you know?
See, the best thing is definitely try to, you know, like us on Facebook and stuff so you know the news, but if you can't do Facebook and our webpage right away, like definitely follow us on Twitter. The reason why, that's where everything goes down. Like anytime we do something or we're about to do something, we post it on Twitter. We let you guys know what is going on.
Yeah.
You know.
And also, we do a lot of YouTube videos that we like or favorite too. So if you want to know what we're into, what we're watching, that's a good way to.
I'm always liking different videos because like I think that's the best thing about YouTube. Like you don't have to be a creator, you know, a director. You're allowed to sit down and just enjoy watching other stuff.
Yeah.
And, you can definitely see what we're interested in.
Yeah, because we're big fans of YouTube. You know, we're just not these type of dudes that just do our own YouTube thing and we don't watch other people. We like other people's stuff too.
I'm a huge fan. You know, there's a lot of other people.
A lot of talented people out there.
Yeah, a lot of talented people. But especially that I gotta give props to Andre. You know, from Black Nerd Comedy. Like, you know, he's a man over there. So Andre, shout out to you, babe. So I guess that's it. So
that's it.
This is Hector.